Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. I got the hatch jacked up right now. I'm about to get ready to drop the gearbox because Mike Martinez came by. He gave me the list of everything needed to pretty much get the fabrication done and the total price of the labor. Right now, I figured before I do that, let me take the gearbox out and see what's going on with inside the gearbox. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be looking for when I open it up. And then also for Layla as well, I'm gonna have to either somehow take the motor halfway off the car. Hopefully I can take it out halfway because it has a really bad oil leak. Let me pop the bonnet so I can show you guys what's going on with this one. All right, so right here, I don't know if you guys can actually see it, but this bolt is loose. I think the bolt had broke on the inside, so it's constantly leaking on the back side of the timing chain cover, and it's dripping all the way down. And you can literally see all of this. Every dark spot in this parking lot on this side right now is all from this hole. That, like every bit of it. Oh my God. Why do you like to give me problems? And do I feel like doing any of this right now? Hell fucking no, but it gotta get done. But if I don't do it, who will? But with that being said, let's get into the video and get cracking on both of these cars. Try to get them 100% because I'm trying not to have no issues, bro. No issues at all. But let's get into it. Alright, so I pretty much got the wheel off on this side so far. I haven't gotten far. Like I said, I don't really want to do this, but I have no choice but to do it. Got my gloves on, safety first. I'm not trying to get any more cuts or bruises on this hand. You know, got them on both sides. I should have brought down my tripod. I would like to do like a time lapse, but this new camera kills batteries. I'm just gonna be recording little bits and pieces. Let me get started. I mentioned I got a haircut finally. I barely keep up with haircuts. But the last barber I went to messed me up so bad, I had no choice but to look like a homeless man for like 2 months. I think 2 or 3 months. I had no choice, but back in action. So this side is pretty much all set. 17 here, 32 here, and 17 here and on the back side. And you can literally just pull this down, fold it outward, pull the axle out, and that's that. I'm gonna go see if I can find like some type of jug with my funnel and drain the fluid out so I can reuse it. The fluid is still pretty much new. I only moved the car maybe like once, but yeah, so let me find a jug and funnel, even though I'd have said it like 3 or 4 times, but yeah, so let me, whatever. Okay, fully on the ground I go. Fully on the ground I go. Alright. Make sure you're gonna fly. It's gonna fly. Yes, it is. Beautiful voice. Oh, it didn't fly. Cool. See, like I said, this is clean, boy. This is clean. All right, so for the driver's side axle, everything else is pretty much the same as it is on the passenger side, minus the driver's side axle. When you get to the driver's side axle with a half shaft, get like a hammer like this, and literally you just get under the car and you just keep tapping on the edge. Don't gotta tap it extremely hard like you playing baseball. Just, you know, good amount of force, but not like you Derek Jeter, you know? So you could pretty much leave the passenger side axle on because it could just come out with the gearbox, with the transmission, whatever term you want to call this thing, gearbox, transmission, whatever. But you could leave this in. Make sure you guys have a 12mm bolt handy for the little B pin under here from the shift linkage to the gear selector, and use the hammer, push that pin out so the shift linkage can come off. 12mm right here. Pretty much when you take the bolts off, you want to pretty much put everything back just so don't lose anything. This right here sometimes usually be the hardest part. You may have a clamp, you may not. Most times I've seen people never really have. I'm not sure if this is in focus or not because I can't even see the screen from here. But yeah, most times people don't really have this clamp to hold the pin in place. I'm not sure if you actually fully really need it. Like I said, you do 12. Just get comfortable and whack away. My arm's hurting already. almost already halfway out. There she below. There she go. That's off. This is what I was talking about, the boot right here. It says Synchrotech. So I'm not sure if someone tried to rebuild this gearbox and they messed up on the rebuild. So like I said, once I take it down and I open it up, I'm not sure what I'm going to be looking for, but either way, I'm still just going to bring it to somebody. Either way. 14mm half shaft bolts. Now the half shaft bolts, remember, 2 of them are sleeve. They have sleeves on them. They go in a specific order of the half shaft. And the third one is just a regular one. These 2 go on the bottom. This one right here goes on top. Tap this out. There we go. Take out this bolt right here. Matter of fact, let me take out these 219s first. One thing for sure, this is gonna be fun trying to put these 2 bolts back in when it's time to put it back together. A good habit to get into, I think I might have said it earlier, is to make sure you put the bolts back where they should be so you do not lose them, because how many of y'all know y'all put a bolt somewhere and you know y'all left it there and then it's no longer there? Take the extra 2 to 3 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever and just put the bolts back. It'll save you one hell of a headache. Most people, for some odd weird reason, won't have a bolt right here. So it's pretty much the same here and then on the front side also. So pretty much 2 17mm down here to take off. I still gotta take off the sleeve, which is 2 12s. And everything on the bottom side is all set. And the 2 12s here. Definitely need a longer 12 right there. I more than likely won't put the other 12 in there. I'm gonna just try to find a longer one. Clearly, this one is like really short. All right, so pretty much everything on the underside is done already. That was a lot quicker than I thought. All I got left now is this 17 right here, and the 14s for the starter, and then 17s all around the housing, and then these bolts right here for the mount. You should be able to slide right down. All right, so got pretty much everything out. These bolts just need to come out. They're already loosened. If you have 2 jacks, use them. You got a piece of wood, use it for the oil pan. You don't want to use the jack directly and it crushes the oil pan, and you know, it just won't end well at all. All right, so this other jack isn't really working out too well. So I'm gonna have to try and muscle it off and just bench press it down. All right, I may end up watching a slight murder. So the problem I'm having is stuck right here. The stud is stuck on the bracket. That is all that is holding it up. So I gotta try and use this other jack. Alright, and that is pretty much how you take out a transmission. It's just time consuming, that's all it is. Took the axle out, I'm gonna straighten up, put everything away, bring it upstairs. I finished just in time to bring my daughter to daycare, and then I'm gonna try and take it apart upstairs, try and see what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm going to be looking for, but I'm gonna give it a shot. At least since it'll be open, I can bring it to somebody and they could just look at it and see what's going on with it. Even though I know there's one thing I can do that can probably prevent me from doing all of this. I could probably post this transmission up for sale. It has LSD, and I probably can trade this off for a GSR, non-LSD. But problem is, you can't get in first, second, or reverse. Can get in third, fourth, and fifth, but no first, second, or reverse. Like, it just feels like something's binding and it's blocking it from going in. So yeah, I don't know, see what happens when I bring it upstairs. All right, okay, so I have it apart. Like, make sure you get like a little box, pretty much put everything in. So on the bottom side, the 212s down here, that's for the Deaton spring with the 2 little balls. And also right here, the 14 for the reverse. You can use like a 1/2 inch ratchet, take this cap off, and then you do all the 12s all the way around the housing. And then there's that little clip right here that you like needle nose, you just spread it open. That's pretty much, you spread it open. I was about to say something. Yeah, so you do that, and then you'll hear the gear set pretty much drop. You hear like a slight little drop, and you like a flathead to pretty much pry it open on the front side. I don't know what it could be. I don't know what I'm looking at. I really think this transmission was rebuilt. Like, everything sounds good, everything looked good. Just, it won't go in first, second, or reverse. About to take it to Kaye and have him check it out. So I think it might be the gear selector. We might have an extra one. Not too sure, but see what happens. Definitely was tough to get it in reverse too. Like I said, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking for at all whatsoever. But yeah. Fast guy. Coil unplug. I just want to be able to drive mines. I just want to be able to drive mines around the parking lot. Fast guy Pango right here.
Back to the game, Papa.
Back to it, the OG. What are you fixing that? It's the nitrous line?
About to be in the hit now.
Oh, you putting it on the hit now. Oh, you was all motor this whole time? Oh shit, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought it was on the bottle the whole time.
No, Papa, now it's gonna be in the bottom.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Oh man, Donkey Kong gonna be on some shit. Street car. My favorite Ford Focus out here in New Haven. My favorite one. Sounds so good. Sounds so good. Alright, so back at the apartment, I put the shift linkage on. I didn't put the gearbox back in the car at all. Decided to just mount the shift linkage up. You know, just trying to see if it could go through the gears. But still no luck. Still no luck whatsoever. I ended up using an extra 12 mil that I had to put inside the pin goes in, and it's the same thing. It just going in third, fourth, and fifth. Still no first, second, or reverse. I don't know what it is, but I guess I'll leave this as it is for now. Either post this up for sale and just find an LS transmission and just call it a day. I know most people prefer to have a longer gear ratio when you're doing turbo anyways. This gearbox came with the swap, so the Type R LSD, or if anyone have like a GSR, I don't care if it's non-LSD, you know, for trade, let me know. Take this for it. Is that everything look fine on the inside? I have no idea what's going on with this thing.
One eternity later.
Strong man. I don't think it's okay.
Yeah, but it only says that the Kel's on the line.
What the hell is he doing? He is jamming.
I thought you hung up.
He is jamming. My bad, sorry, I look a little close up. I got my 50 mil lens on. I don't feel like swapping out to the 24 right now until a little later. But about to take the trip out to Mass. About to trade off the Type R transmission that was in the hatch. We swapped out the gear selector. The issue was still there, not getting it first, second, or reverse. Everything on the inside looked fine, but can't figure it out. So there's a bunch of people that wanted to trade for a GSR, but they far away. Closest one right now is in Mass with an LS, so I'm gonna take the trip out there. Fueling up right now to head to Mass. It's my boy Jay O'Connor. He got a real nice Integra Type R restoration project. Got a K-swap in it. Beautiful car, so I can't wait to get there and see it in person. Look at baby mama. You probably look mad close. I got this 50 mil lens up here. Trying to do a bit more actual vlogging instead of just, you know, waiting. What are you doing? Why are you trying to rate me at the gas station?
I need my Venmo card. Drive me bonkers. Stay.
That's why I say women not supposed to pump their own gas, I guess.
I'm independent.
Yeah, okay.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I made it to my boy's crib. Beautiful. Oh, this is clean. This is really, really clean, bro.
Getting there.
Every time I see it in a JDM Integra, it's, man.
This is the right front end.
Yeah, this was my first ever engine bay shave, welding anything together, first right-hand drive start to finish.
Nice.
So it was all done right here in the tent too.
That's the best way to do it. Try to tell people you don't really need a shop to get things done. As long as you got the drive to be able to do stuff and do it all on your own, that's all that matters in the end.
Basic hand tools too. These Hondas are great for that.
Exactly.
Like even my girl's been learning. Like I gave her a bare shell. It wasn't even a roller. She's already got the interior back in. She's got front end mostly back on, all the suspension.
Nice.
She's going K-Series too.
Okay. That's what I try to tell people. You don't need a shop. You can just do it in the backyard. You can do it in your driveway.
Crazy the shit you can build in the driveway.
Exactly.
Yeah, over the winter it's gonna get a new shifter setup, new cables, new manifold, cams.
Oh, okay.
All that. So.
That was a full K20 or like a 24?
Oh, it's a K20 Z3.
Oh, okay.
It's got the S2000 oil pump, steel pan. Right now it's all stock otherwise.
All right.
But it's a Z3 trans, LSD.
Yeah, you had fun with this. You drove it already, right?
A couple times.
Okay.
It's not tuned or anything, so.
Yeah, I just did the cams on my tech when I put everything back together, and I drove it. It feels good. That VTEC crossover is loud as hell now with the built head and cams, but it doesn't move.
Yeah.
It needs a tune, so it just go bang, but the car just don't move.
Yeah.
It's just like it's driving normal, but the VTEC is crossed over.
Because I got the RDX injectors, but it isn't tuned for them yet.
Right.
So if you roll into it just right at low RPM,
yeah, it
whacks,
goes.
And you can get it to crack VTEC, but then it just starts spitting and sputtering as soon as you get into it.
Yep, definitely needs a tune.
Bad. At least it runs. Took 4 years to get it back on the road, so.
The game is always still going to be here.
Exactly.
So regardless of how long it takes, as long as you get it done, that's all that matters. And she's beautiful though. She's beautiful.
I gotta put a shift boot on it eventually though. Gotta keep it more incognito.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do on mine, but the shift, I still got the stock shift box, so it isn't really, won't be able to cover much with that. She's beautiful.
And everything too.
Yeah. This is beautiful, bro.
Thank you.
And this is how I want Layla to be.
Well, once you finish your school, she just might be.
See how she doubted? You said might.
Right.
She doubted me.
You say might because we do have a child.
We could put her on hold at times. Alright, y'all, so it's early next morning. It's literally 9:37 a.m. right now. And I have the gearbox right here. It definitely needs a cleaning. I had to make some threads on it really quick also as well. Let me show you that. And so here, these two holes had a helicoil in them. It's right here, that's one of them. The one is right here. So I pretty much just used this 19. I just pretty much just sat it in here, threaded it by hand, and then I used the ratchet wrench to pretty much make new threads on both holes. You see, it needs to be cleaned up really bad. Really bad. So I'm gonna do a little bit of sanding. Got my box of 320 grit sandpaper right here. Got some primer, and then I have the silver. Just wanted to look good. Just don't want it to look all crusty compared to everything else that's in there. It goes in all gears perfectly fine. So much more easier. You can literally just push it in by hand and it goes in without no binding at all. So I don't know what's going on with that Type R gearbox. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'll get right back to you. Alright, so big shout out to Jerry and Benny once again. Jerry just happened to show up and we finally got the gearbox fully in, bolted back up, literally like that. I don't know what was going on with my right arm while I was down there trying to push the transmission up. I could not get it up at all, and this axle isn't fully in, so I got to knock that back in place. Airing up the tires right now. Both tires was flat. I gotta take the battery from Layla and put in here. I also need to get some gas because I don't think there's any gas in here anymore. The last time I tried to turn on, she wouldn't turn on, and Benny was telling me that that there was no fuel pressure at all. Let this air up, tap the axle in, take the battery from Layla, get to the gas station, put some fuel in it, and then let's see if we could at least drive it around the parking lot. As you guys can see now, it actually goes in gear with no issues. No issues at all whatsoever. So I'm happy about that. Bruh, it really sucks. I was only going for 10 minutes and it's cloudy now. New England weather, it never stays consistent. We can have one cold week and then that Saturday comes around, it's 76 degrees. Sunday be like 82 degrees. Then back to Monday, we got tornadoes and earthquakes and fucking blizzards and whatever. Then by Tuesday, it's fucking 99 degrees again. All right. Put about $5 in this thing, and I'm pretty sure it should be able to turn right on. Hopefully. All right, that's it for now. May have to put another 5, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Duh, of course. It's not gonna turn on, Takel. Why? Don't got a fucking battery in it. All right, take number 2. Got the driver for a little bit, run a parking lot. I ain't got no brakes, so that was scary, but oh my God, I finally got the driver. And it sounds so good. It sounds so good. Oh, she sound good, bro. I don't even know what else to say right now. I just know all I gotta work on now is the brakes, get rear calipers. Oh my God, bro, I'm happy. I'm so freaking happy. All right, so one thing I wanna show you guys, I gotta use my light. It's like 9 o'clock at night right now. I have a slight issue. All right, so headlights are on, right? Still need to get a bulb for up here. These bulbs are all set. Shouldn't this be like a bit brighter than this, right? At least that's what I think. So one thing I also noticed, you see I just put the hazards on, right? Look at that. Slow hazards. Slow hazards. Now when I come to the front, yeah, so I gotta figure something out. I'm gonna take the front end off, go through the wires, see what I can find. Maybe that's the reason why the headlights is pretty dim, because I got some Oxydo LED bulbs, which are like $75 bulb that they sent me to do a review on. I also have the aux beams also as well. I was trying to do a comparison, but both lights is pretty much giving out the same output. And then I noticed this with the hazard on, and the front lights is like flickering and blinking with the hazard. So I'm going to try and trace this issue really quick and then see what I can find. See, on this connector right here, this bottom one all the way to the right, that's hazard signal. Hazard signal. This one right here is definitely the low beam all the way to the left. Right now I got the parking lights on right now. So this one right here, top middle, parking light, hazard signal, hazard signal. So now low beam is on, and you can see it's on. So no issue here from here back. No issue here at all. So the issue is in the harness. Definitely in the harness, because you clearly can see I don't have the ground connected at all whatsoever, right? Whatsoever. Well, let me connect it. All right, can't do this with one hand. I don't even have the ground wire on, and it's still getting power. All right, so I'm thinking maybe this might be the wrong headlight harness for this car. It might be the wrong year. So I'm gonna try to match up the wire, the colors, to see if it's the same on this end. So yeah, let's get technical today.
20 minutes later.
One difference that I am noticing, it might be more of a difference that I probably haven't fully noticed yet. See right here in the middle, so I'm trying to look with my eyes and not paying attention through the camera. You see right here, right? There's the ground wire, right? Middle, towards the left side, which would be this pin right here where my finger is at. Come to this one don't have a ground wire in it. Instead, it has a red with blue stripe and blue with red stripe, which is this one right here, and then this goes to the actual headlight connector, which I done pulled out completely by accident. I believe this might be the problem. This headlight harness is different. This may actually be like a 99 to 2000 headlight harness. Even with having the connectors off on both sides of the headlight housing, the issue is still there. Both multi-ground connectors are off, and the problem is still there. The headlight still actually turns on with these disconnected. So yeah, so I think that might be the issue. Let me try and get to the junkyard, see if I can find a headlight harness from a 96 to 98. See if the wire is different on the back side. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll get back to you. I think I found a hatchback. Yep, found a hatchback. Oh, god damn. All right, you stay. First, let me check the gear. This shit's welded shut? This shit is welded shut. You see that shit? Really, they snipped the whole shit? And I bet this is the one I needed. I guarantee you this is more than likely the one I freaking needed, bro. All right, found the 4-door. Okay, gotta kind of go around. Let me grab my toolbox. Goddamn shame, the very first Civic I find, harness is completely cut and the doors is welded shut. So let me check this one out. And of course, it's a 99. Everything is a 99 to 2000. Everything. All right, so I found another one. This one is definitely a 96 to 98. Based off the headlight, 898. I believe this should work. Let me try and disconnect that really quick. I'm missing these two right here, so that's not gonna work. It's missing these as well. So anything that's close to like 98 and up, I think is different. Oh, on the hunt for another one. All right, found another one. These headlights actually look pretty damn good too. These headlights look good. This one says 1197, so hopefully this may have the same headlight harness that I have. All right, so this one is different as well, the same as the last one. I'm starting to think maybe it matters also if it's like a DX, a LX, or a EX. But this right here is a LX. So I'm gonna go check the other Civic and see those were LXs also as well and EXs. Maybe that's the reason why I'm having a hard time finding that harness. My hatch is a DX or CX, whatever you want to call it. The difference between LX, EX, they have like power windows, power sunroof, whatever, power locks. The DX literally is a straight manual everything. So I'm gonna go back and try and find those Civics and then go from there. And this hatch was a demolition derby car. Yep, definitely a demolition derby car, that's for sure. But I did find the headlight harness. And you see this one is missing one pin. And I think that's exactly where the ground wire goes. I'll go for it and take it and see if this works. If not, then oh well. All the other Civics that's here, they're all LXs. Just see what happens, I guess. My only chance and only opportunity right now. So I'm gonna try it and let's see what happens. All right, y'all, so back at the apartment. I got everything back on. Everything is pretty much all set. And just like I thought, it was definitely the headlight harness that I had. It was the wrong harness. How the middle connector, it had a black wire, which was the ground. But the actual harness that was going to the headlights, instead of that pin being black also, it was blue and red. So now, the harness that I did pick up from the junkyard today, it didn't have a connector there. It didn't have a pin there. So, hazards on, working as normal. And also, they're brighter too. They're a lot more noticeable. Put on a daytime running lights, still blinking as normal, still just as bright. Now for the low beams, no issues whatsoever. And the lights are so much brighter now. I can even see the blue in the high beam now. Before I barely was able to see the blue in the high beam. So what I gotta do next, get calipers for the rear because the calipers in the rear were seized up, messed up really bad. Then be able to test drive it around the parking lot once again with some actual brakes this time. And then after that, all that's left to do is wait for the intercooler kit to get here. And then I can finally bring her to Mike Martinez, get the fabrication done. The moldings for the bumper is on a new one upstairs. But other than that, man, that's just about really it, to be honest, and I am happy as all hell right now. Calipers are on both sides. But one thing you should always do, always keep your spare parts. I got lucky and I found rear brake pads that I had for Layla when I first got the shell, and those pads was brand new still. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, this caliper bracket on this side, it took me a little over an hour to take the caliper bracket off. It was just one bolt, but the middle of that bolt was stripped. Brakes are bled, everything seemed fine. So I'm about to take it for another test drive around the parking lot, park her right over there, give her a nice bath because she needs it, Layla needs it. Set you guys up on the tripod right here and then take it for a ride around the parking lot. Hopefully I can stop now. right, so she drives, feels good. Still gotta bleed the brakes a little more. The brake pedal still kind of go to the floor, but at least she stops. So now all I gotta do is just wait on the intercooler piping to get here, blow a valve, then we can bring it to Mike Martinez, get the fabrication done. That's really it. Get a Honda for the ECU, tires for the VMS wheels, and then tune. But the holidays are coming up, so it's probably gonna be another while till I make another video because this car stuff is gonna be put on hold. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. We only got a couple videos left, and then I'm taking a long break from this. And also right now I'm about to give her a wash because she needs it really, really bad, like extremely bad. She deserves it. Same thing with Layla and the RSX. I'm just doing this with whatever little time I do have, which is barely much. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.